Alrighty, welcome back to Shock and Sherlock. I'm your host, Josh Gillis, and today is day 10 on day 11 of the 31 Days of Horror Reviews. And guess what? Tomorrow, I'm going to review two movies. One of them is Dark Harvest, the new horror movie that dropped this year based off the book. My review for Severed Cinema is up for that right now, but I want to be safe with the review embargo and everything before posting an upload. But yeah, that and another movie are having a review tomorrow. So yeah, today, 1980s. Exploitation, horror, comedy, satire, classic Mother's Day from director Charles Kaufman. A early trauma movie. Oh my goodness, I love this one. But let's get into it. First off here. So the film follows this group of three women who are going on a sort of camping trip, like outing, mystery sort of vacation as they call it. That they do every year, they're a group of friends. And this time, of course, things do not go well. And when they're camping in the woods, they get abducted and captured by a family. Well, family, really, it's two brothers. Named Ike and Adelie. Sorry, I was looking down just to make sure I got the date right here. Who live with their mother, who is also psychotic, and it isn't said that they're like inbred, but they're these very like mentally stilted characters that are focused really heavily on like entertainment and body image that they see in these bodybuilding magazines and stuff. And their mom is like the stereotypical like old woman, like patriarch or matriarch. God, that was stupid. Matriarch of the family. Reminded me a lot of Psycho in a lot of ways with the mother character. But anyway, they capture this group of girls, and, basically, the plot of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, they have to escape. So yeah, I don't want to spoil anything about this, because this is really, really good, especially, like, moments like the ending, like the very end, and, like, the entire last 10 minutes of this movie is insanity, so let's not spoil that too much, just watch this. But I'm getting ahead of myself. What I like about this: first off, the acting in this is awesome. I love the characters. Every character is really well written. The three girls are like not stereotypes of like this teenage friend group. They're actually very like, and they're not over the top. They feel like real people. They are strong, like female leads. Any of them on their own could definitely carry a movie on its own. So working together is really good. They all bring like different strengths to the table and everything like that. They are very interesting to watch. I like the dynamic that the group has together as well. Like, we are given time to like build up this friendship before things kind of hit the fan. The brothers in this are nasty, gross, disgusting people, but are also funny to watch. And you get this like fun. It's funny to watch them. They're like the epitome of like TV rots your brain, like that concept like brought to like a ridiculous degree, where the brothers will start randomly arguing about if jazz or punk rock is better, and they're eating Trix cereal with a spoon, like massive wooden spoon from a bucket, and reading these workout magazines and everything. And they're always exercising, and the girls are locked up in this equipment. The mother is very evil and almost cartoonish, but in a good way. She's not super over the top. It's just like she's crazy, and you just love watching her. Really enjoyed all that. I like the family dynamic between the three of them. With the mother, even though she's weak and has a broken neck, definitely controlling the actions of the two boys. And she herself is also obsessed with this like TV culture in a way. And I don't want to spoil. I mean, it's not really a spoiler of who or what. But there is a assault scene where the mom is like criticizing the position of one of the men, and it's really fucked up. And yeah, it was just an interesting concept that was presented there. And this movie is really dark at times. This is a really dark trauma movie. There are definitely a lot of funny moments, and that comes a lot from the fact that the brothers are so over the top, and the moms are over the top, and some of the there's not a ton of kills in this, but when they happen, they're very flashy and weird. So yeah, you definitely get that, but there's also really mean-spirited parts, like as the previously mentioned. There's sexual assault in this film. Um, there's actually one really like wince-inducing moment with like a girl holding one of the others up in this bag while trying to get her out of a window, like holding on a rope, and it's cutting into her hand. You just like slowly see this, and she's trying to scream. It's really grim at times, um, and I think this tonal difference between the funny stuff and the darker stuff is actually handled really well. There's never really a moment where I feel like the tone shifted to a degree like quickly enough that it gave you like whiplash. I think it was balanced really evenly there. I really enjoyed that aspect of it as well. I also like the set design of this. The entire thing is like very maximalist. There's everything is very in your face, from the acting to the soundtrack, a lot of it, to the set design. Everything is very brightly colored, and the sets almost tell a story and provide like a background of the characters without them having to say. Like, the brothers are really focused on body image and stuff. So one of the girls is kept, or two of them are kept in this workout room, and it's like workout equipment. And you see like all these posters on the wall of the brothers we're looking at, and all this. Yeah, you learn a lot about the characters and the environment in this film, which I really thought was interesting. Um, and yeah, there's a lot of like bizarre twists in this. The primary one is going to be the ending, like the very last part of the movie. It's pretty infamous. I'm not going to spoil that here, but and it almost leads to like a surrealistic vibe in a lot of this film as well, which I also really appreciated. Um, yeah, this film is really great. Um, Definitely top three Troma for me. I think it captures the vibe of what makes Troma great in the first place, which is like, you get your mix of dark comedy, but you can also have like serious stuff in there. Um, I think this one definitely balances that the best of any Troma movie I've seen. You have your dark Troma movies like Combat Shock, and you have your more light-hearted, fun ones like Poultrygeist. This is sort of like a mix of the two. It's not quite as dark as, well, not even quite as dark as Combat Shock, and it's not as outright goofy as something like Poultrygeist or even the Toxic Avenger. This is definitely its own breed. I would relate it to something more like Bloodsucking Freaks, but a little bit more restrained in like how over the top it gets. Bloodsucking Freaks still have very in your face, like disturbing conceptually things, but it's so over the top that you kind of laugh at it. This one you don't really have that problem, and when it's wanting to be disturbing, it is, and when it's wanting to be funny, it is. And yeah, this is a really exceptional film that I rank way up there as far as not just the best Troma movies I've seen, but best movies in general. And yeah, it's on Tubi, and Vinegar Syndrome is releasing a 4K of it soon. So either way, try it before you buy it. Buy it. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I do. So yeah, that wraps up day 10 of 31 Days of Horror Reviews. As always, I've been your host, Herschel Gillis, signing off for today. Zero thoughts, zero editing, zero brain cells, and zero planning. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Keep your notifications on. And to end this video here, a friend of mine, a friend of Banana Box Releasing, Connor Debauched Debriefs on Instagram, was recently on a podcast, which I highly recommend. And, I just thought I'd shout that. The Viral Podcast, episode 100, I believe he was their first guest, and, you should check that out. So, anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.